Are we live? Are we live? Okay. Looks like our live. Hello, everybody. My name's Brian. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back. If you're returning, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever in this wide, wonderful might be at this moment. And we're spinning a little old me. And as my thing, this live stream is kind of an impromptu when I'm going to read some stuff, yes, but lately I've been having some problems with. So I've decided, as you can see, if you look right there, I guess it's up there in the corner. You see, I'm using a Restream, so I'm practicing a little bit, seeing what I like, if I like it. So far. Here, I'll type a message here just to make sure it goes. Well, welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. I see it works. Yay! Yay, it worked. All right. What we got there? I don't know. So how's everybody going? Who's all here? If you want to introduce yourself, that would be great. Let me just go ahead and get down to it. Other than that, let's see. Here we got ourselves a ticker here. What I like about this, be sure to like and subscribe. All right. Also, hey, Beachy. Bit choppy on your end. Yeah, a little weather here right now. So, beach got a little weather here, so that might be part of it. So I'm on my spot. I don't know what the hell's going on. Hopefully, it doesn't kind of look like that. But I want to thank you personally for my fundraiser. Well, since I'm going to talk about it anyways, yes, I need a car. And I've been, I did a fundraiser. I'm doing a fundraiser, a Gifts and Go. And there's that. Here's the link to you guys on the replay crew, but thank you, Beach, for contributing. Much appreciated. Also, I'll get another here. Well, here with a couple. My two books here. Both of these memories carved all about science, haikus, and limericks. Both of these are on. And if you look in the description, below, there'll be the copy this here. It'll be there's a link to one of, I think it's this one or this. Yeah, I think it's this. You can tell how organized I am for this. This is what we need to look at later. A couple of these and read. We'll see how it goes. If you just showed up, if you're here, welcome again. This is an impromptu one. I'm working with the StreamYard. Hey, get it. Get it right, Brian. Uh, now, we'll, all right. Let me read a couple of my spec. All right, I'm going to read some out of this, my Scientology haiku. Scientology haikus and limericks. All right. And let's just start with my Scientology. Give up your money. Scientology. Clearing the planet one scarred psyche at a time. And then Scientology, clearing Earth one shadow at a time. These three are directly related to each other because that's actually the progression of how Scientology works. Okay, you give up all your money and your humanity. That's how it was designed to work. As the legend goes, L. Ron Hubbard, the founder of Scientology, said, "If you want to get rich, start a religion." So he did. So there's the money part. And what Scientology and the practices do, and it's basically stripped you of your humanity. You become an automaton. You become ruthless. You don't feel. You don't put yourself in other people's place, which leads right into the second one, which is their goals to clear the planet. Clear the planet of the what? One scarred site. Because anybody who, in my observations, in what I've observed, anybody who is remotely involved in that religion or that cult, just like with, and it goes with a bunch of others, it scars you. And the thing that I don't like, and I know a lot of people out there don't like, is they're this disconnecting from families. They shatter families. Every story that you hear, it follows the same pattern. Person gets into it, they decide it's not for them. I could talk a lot more. Let's do a limerick now. All right, limerick. This one's called Captain CLB version 1. There's this guy we'll call Little Davy. He's captain of a pretend quasi-navy. Quicksilver and Wrath, a little psychopath. He might be a bit batshit crazy. Of course, Captain COB. Okay, COB, chairman of the board, David Miscavige. And the Little Davy. He's a very short person, and it gets to him, according to all reports. Also, according to all reports, he hates being called captain because captain is his rank in the Sea Organization, which is Scientology's paramilitary wing, their clergy or whatever it is. Hey, Mandy, how's it going, my friend? Welcome. Pink hand waving, peak hand waving, peak hand waving. It's nice for you to stop by. All right. So okay. So where was I? Okay. So yes, according to all reports, he hates being called captain. And then, of course, the Sea Organization is L. Ron Hubbard's attempt to do a navy, or the quasi, their clergy, like I said earlier. And then, like most people who are, or narcissistic or whatever, they're very, very quicksilver. You can't really You can't really pin him down, and then of course he's a little psychopath and might be a bit crazy. So there's that. Well, we're experiencing some weather today, but other than that, things are okay. But I appreciate it. All right, so let's go for some stuff out of here. This is called Memories Carved in So Much Dust. Let me get the link for that. Get the link here. I think this link is the link to the one on for this one. So let me do a couple over here. Okay. Let's just go ahead with the first one then. Okay, the very first poem in this is called "The Day She Stood at the Edge of the Sea." And it goes, "The moon was out, and all about was bathed in mystery. She went away on the day she stood at the edge of the sea. Look behind, and you will find she left a husband and family. She didn't care. She was there, and nowhere else could be. In her face, you'll see that place for her it holds the key. Don't ask why, just watch her fly as she stands at the edge of the sea." All right. This is like one of the very first poems I ever got published. I wrote this as a result of a creative writing exercise in a creative writing poetry class I took when I originally went to college back in my early 20s. Now, it was an exercise called 1 minute poems. And what we did was we went around. What the exercise consisted of was everybody comes up with a title. Everybody in the room comes up with a title, and you go around with each person, each participant in the class, and you say your title, and you have 1 minute to write. When I heard this particular young lady's title, "The Day She Stood at the Edge," boom, it automatically hit me. It was like the muse went whap right upside my head, boom, write this. And I added "of the sea" at the end of it. So we all went around, and of course, that's the one I highlighted. I was asked a few questions about it, especially the rhyme scheme, the cadence there. And it just automatically popped into my head. So we were given another minute or so to revise. No, let me backtrack. We went around, and each one read our poems to the particular title, and there was some funny stuff and all that stuff. And then we went around, give a minute to work on one that particularly caught our interests that we'd come up with. And it was this one I went back to, and I came up with the second part. Look behind, and you will find she left a husband and family. She didn't care. She was there, and so nowhere else could be. Now, the weird thing about this particular poem is I've been told that it reminds, well, my mom told me that it reminded her of Kate Chopin's The Awakening. Now, I don't know if you know who Kate Chopin is. She was a feminist writer back at the turn of the 19th to 20th century, and her book, The Awakening, is about a woman who wakes up, realizes she doesn't like what society has done for her, what society has caused her to become, her role in it. So she decides to walk out into the, I think it's the Gulf of Mexico, because I think it takes place down in New Orleans. And hey, Becky, how's it going? So yeah, I'm talking about one of my poems I wrote, and to continue on The Awakening. Mom always told me it reminded her of that poem. I mean, the poem reminded her of that story. Here's the thing. When I wrote it, I had never even heard. No, actually had heard of the Kate Chopin and the Awakening, but I didn't know the details of the story, and I'd never even read it. Coincidentally, I don't know, my mom was talking about it or something like it, because my mom was going to school at the same time as I was going to school, and she had taken, it's like a standard in American literature too, at least it was back then. Um, and So that was really the weird part about it, and I came about the it because it was just one of those that all just kind of plopped together. You know what I mean? All right, let's see here. Let me do another one out of this book, Memories Carved in So Much Dust. We'll do this one. It's called 1 Year a Meditation. 1 year a meditation. That's been our time. Our days together added up more or less with a dash of give and take so far. A year older, maybe wiser with those experiences of days. Hours together. The best year of my life up to this point in time and space. A defined space of time from which to move on, to build upon, to meet the next one, to, and the next one, the next one, the next, and on and on and on. World with no end. 1 year. This one I wrote. I don't know if you've seen the very first Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire. And in the opening scene, he said, "This story is about a girl." Well, this poem is about a girl. Frankly, most poetry is about relationships. Well, in my case, this here is actually chocked full. Most of the poems in here are about various women and stuff that a lot of them are about my ex-girlfriend and my ex-wife and this, that, and the other. So the funny thing about this poem is I started writing it when me and my ex were together for about a year. Well, 1 year. And I thought she was breaking up with me. It was going to be a sad breakup poem. It was like a miscommunication and all this stuff. Of course, she kind of gave me an ultimatum about some stuff. Of course, I wasn't writing ahead at the time. Yeah, I wasn't doing things. I was doing things I shouldn't have been doing, and I just still dealing with the fallout from my 10-year disastrous marriage and stuff like that. So yeah, she had she had her reasons to want to give me that ultimatum, and well, unbeknownst to me, about 7 months after I wrote this, we were broke. Yeah, that was funny. But it was. I turned it because God, I think I wrote in here. Let me look. And this one. 1, 2, 3. Like five or six of the ones in this are about her. So yeah. Let's go for another one in here. Oh, okay. So let's do a little timely one, I guess. I am really proud of this one. And it has nothing to do with relationships. It's called The Bridge. It's called, let's go here. The Bridge. The wind blew, blustery and bright, off of my left, easterly in direction. As I stepped onto the rickety old bridge, a knot in one of the precariously positioned planks caught a misplaced toe. Stumbling steps, arms whirling in a bid to regain balance before I fell through the suddenly seen gaps in the handrails to my right, into the gaping chasm below. Then the gale force shift. Then the gale force winds shifted, streaming now from my right. Backpedaling a step or two, my cattywampus equilibrium corrected itself, and off the rails disaster postponed for now. I glanced back behind me. Alrighty then, I said. Not all of my forward momentum had been stymied. Again, I proceeded on the journey across the bridge. I reached out with both hands, right and left and right, looking out for pitfalls, grasped onto the railing, and stumbled on. Don't you know it, Becky? Don't you know it? This particular poem, could be about a lot of things. Divine intervention. That's one person. One of my friends told me one time that's what she thought it was about. It's about politics, and it's kind of timely because we're in political season. Tomorrow is the election. I hope you all voted. I went and voted. I voted for who I voted for. I hope you guys vote for who you vote for. And I pray to the universe out there that the right decision was made. Now, this poem though kind of encapsulates my political philosophy. I consider myself a centrist. A day in the life of Becky just trying to walk through life. Yeah, that's true too. It's those pitfalls, right? It's those pitfalls. You liked Hello Stranger? Oh yes, you actually do have a copy of this. I guess I'll read it for you because I'll read it for you. Hey, witness, how's it going, Whitney? All right, so let's get back to this one a little bit. Okay, now everybody who is Generation X, me here, knows that. Okay, they know the movie The Karate Kid. Okay, now you know the scene where Mr. Miyagi is telling Daniel to basically don't half-ass karate. You do it or you don't. You walk left side of the road, safe. Walk right side of the road, safe. Walk the middle, sooner or later go squeeze. Like, great. Well, I've always thought of, like, I kind of turn that metaphor on its head a little bit. And imagine politics as a bridge. Okay? Just about most things in life, you got your pitfalls and stuff. You got to make progress along it. And something can come from either direction. And as long as you got those guardrails, i.e. the Constitution, as long as you got those guardrails and they're healthy, then you're pretty much guaranteed to avoid most disasters, But when you start going to two extremes, it doesn't matter what flavor of politics they are, but when you go to two extremes, your eyes become blind to those pitfalls. And if something comes along, either one way or the other, a big wind, gale force wind. If you're on one side of the aisle, and something, and it'll throw you over. It'll throw you over into disaster. Basically, that's the whole point of that poem is partially this also. Another thread I had going through that poem is the dangers of progress for progress sake. As the precariously placed plank, because planks in the political platform is called a issue in a political platform is called a plank. So if you try to make too much progress too quickly, especially if the society is not mature enough, so to speak, see that a lot of growing. Of course, we always grow. If you don't grow, you get stymied and you die. But having those guardrails when the inevitable backlash from the more conservative elements of society, having those guardrails protects you from losing all of your progress. All right. All right, we're getting close to the here. You like help? I got a request for Hello Stranger. Let me pull that one up. There. Hello, stranger. Hello there, stranger. Did God send me an angel that late autumn afternoon with which you happened into my hapless life? Has the universe swung me in this unexpected direction, a strange miracle that knocked me in the chin? Was fate feeling friendly when I looked around and there you were, arrow focused, intently honed in upon the task, the job of work, a burdening burden, a surge of joy, happenstance in its finest, a start, a spark of electricity, a smile. At least that's how I remember what I saw. History seared amongst those snaps firing, amongst the matter making my mind. The universe clicked into place, unbeknownst to my clueless self, and I said my usual thing. Hello there, stranger. This scene took place in right in front of the front door of the Chick-fil-A in front of Conway High School in late November of 2018. All right. My ex-girlfriend, we worked together, sort of. I worked for this food delivery service called Bite Squad, kind of like DoorDash or Grubhub, and we both worked together. She was older than me, and we kind of would meet every once in a while, and talk and all that stuff. And we had a few things in common, and we both like to smoke a little weed and stuff like that. And we'd been, running into each other off and on, and never just got together. So I saw her come out, and I said, "Hello there, stranger." She was like, "Oh, hi," I was like, "Hey, we need to get together and chill." That's what we called it. Get together and chill sometime soon. She goes, "Yeah, we need to." So I texted her. She texted me back. And as they say, the rest is history. When I wrote this, I wrote it kind of early on in the year or so that we were together. The truth. That's what I thought, It was, she's definitely a heck of a lot. I think she was kind of beyond, out of my league, but who knows? Who's anybody's league? But yeah, the universe is strange, isn't it? Does anybody got any last minute questions or anything? I'd like to, just where is it? Just to, another. Here's my gifts in go for my to do a little to do a little housekeeping at the end here. It's my gifts in go. If you can contribute if you'd like, I really appreciate it. Then if you like some of the stuff I've read, if I'm not mistaken, that is the Scientology one. And then where's the other one here? Where's it? Yeah, that's the Scientology one, and then that's the other one. So yeah, I don't know. I'll do another one pretty soon. I don't know how this works. Well, the software's okay. Hold on. Hopefully. Who's Debbie? Who is Debbie? Debbie's my ex-girlfriend. That's what I wrote that all those about. She's my ex-girlfriend. You're quite welcome, witness. I'm glad you showed up. And then hi, Becky there. Huh. All right. Anyway, thanks for showing up. You made it to the end. The old like replay crew. Thank you very much for sticking around. Like, subscribe. Yep, Debbie was my ex-girlfriend. Thanks for sticking around to the end with me. I hope my friend from the other live. Thank your friend from the other live. I really appreciate it. I think I'm almost a third of the way to my goal, which is good. Yeah, so all right. Keep calm and carry on. Keep calm and carry on, witness. And